Welcome back. My name's Jessica from Jessica's Craft Time, and today we're working on our kitten diary. This is what we've done so far. They're not stuck down. A couple of things are, the rest aren't, but I think we are so close to getting to the end. So last episode we did the wardrobe, which turned out amazing. They call it a wardrobe. I'm like more of a buffet. Hopefully I won't be knocking the camera today. I've got myself a new stool, which means I'm a lot lower, which means my legs are not hitting the top of my desk. So fingers crossed I don't knock you today. So today what we're doing is lots of little bits and pieces. These are decorative pieces left to go in the house. We've got like the hanging pot, the slippers, the flower, the pots, and the frames. I think that's all, about all, and a light. The light on the wall here. Yeah, so that's about everything today. So let's get started. I'll pull out all our little bits and pieces. I'm guessing in here somewhere. I don't know where the little tiny, the butterflies go in there. Okay, so we're working on A41. So these would be the same. Dig out the photo frame, cut A11 according to template. Do we have a template for A11? A41. Okay, so, and then you wrap it around. Okay. Let's start with A41. So I'm guessing this middle bit we don't actually need to keep the middle because the photo is going to go in the back of it. So this is just what the frame is going around. So we're going to have to get our handy dandy mat and scissors out because they'll do. Looks like we're going to have to be trimming the inside of these like we did the last ones, and I hate doing it, but that's okay, we'll get it done. So I'll make up this first one and then I'll pause you and we'll make up the second one, and then I'll bring you back and show you what we made, just because I don't think you really need to see me doing this twice. So I'm guessing, because it looks like they're hollow there, I'm going to just check the size of the picture to see before I cut it out. So that's the frame, so that's going to go over and wrap around the side of the cardboard. That's going to be fun to glue down. All right, let's bring our mat over. So we want to cut out the center of these. We'll grab our knife and our stainless steel ruler. Yet again, I use the ruler because it's very hard to cut in a straight line. Well, I find it hard to. Did I do that deep enough? I don't think I did. But with your metal ruler, you're not going to be digging in. If I was to use the plastic one that the kit supplied, with the pressure I put down on the blade, I'd just be cutting straight into the plastic. If I went off where the metal, you're not going to cut into. So I'm just going to carefully cut this one out. Oh, I'm liking this stool. I'm quite a lot lower than what I normally am, so it's a bit easier to see. My mat's a bit further away though. My feet are getting cold. Okay. Come on. So there's our frame. Let's see this picture where it goes. Yeah, so we're right to cut that out around there. Now this one's a little bit more difficult because I have to cut through both the paper template and the cardboard underneath. So I might just do 2 goes on each one to hope that I've cut through the paper and the cardboard. So I hope everyone is well. I don't know if you've watched my whip and chat, but I will be doing a little giveaway at 50 subscribers. So I appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed to my channel and enjoy watching. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing it. So if anyone's got any suggestions, I have to put the lid back on. I didn't have one of these, I don't know, what do you call it? I call it a scalpel. I didn't have one for a very, very long time because I'm always worried I'm going to cut myself with it. So I still make sure I put the cover back on it as soon as I can. All right, let's try our, this is a fine tip glue pen. So it's a Stampin' Up product, and I normally use it for gluing on rhinestones and sequins to, it's got a very, very fine tip on it, and I normally use it to glue on rhinestones, sequins, that kind of thing onto cards. But being that really fine tip and it's a liquid glue, it dries clear, it's fine for card making, it's not going to bubble my frame here. Okay, so I'm just going to let that sit just so that it dries before I try and fold. It's not really straight. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit. It won't take long to dry. We'll cut this. We don't need our scrap paper. So this is the image for this one. So I'm thinking of decorating the walls with thumbnails from my diamond paintings as well. Kind of a cute way to remember them. Most of the time when I frame them, I cut off that bit anyway. So that's a picture for that one. All right, I'm going to pause you. I'm going to cut these ones out, cut the middle out, and then I'll come back before I do the edge of that one. I'll see you all soon. Okay, I'm back. So I've done my frames for each one. So I'll let that one sit and dry and work out how we're going to wrap this around and make it stick. Oops. It's so fiddly and fine. Do you reckon if I just like push it round, it might just stay? Kind of goes around the whole thing. About to glue a backing on it. Just not sure how you like meant to glue that tiny fine without wrecking the frame. Very hard to even. Well, that worked a bit better. I don't know how you glue it. I guess we can try just putting a little bit of glue in each of those gaps. Let's just get each of those sides and just pressing it down, I guess. Let's see if that works. Like I said, this is only my second miniature room. I'm not a professional. I'm doing it as I go. It's a trial and error. I'm sure there's better ways to do each thing, but I'm just enjoying the journey and showing you some of my stumbling blocks when it comes to making things. Alright, so now we've got to glue this on. Not sure how that's going to work, but let's see. I suppose it doesn't matter which way I put it as long as I put it in the frame the right way. That's about the best I'm going to get that. So there's, oh, see, I knocked the table. There's one of them. Let's just pop that up there. And let's try this one. I'm going to use my tweezers and just score in here. Now I think my light's flickering a little bit. Hope it's not really showing up in the video. Doesn't look like it on my screen. This stool is making it heaps easier to be able to work on them. I'm a good probably almost 20 to 30 centimeters lower than what I normally am, I reckon. So it's making it much easier to work on the table. It's nowhere near as comfortable because it's just a metal stool, where my other one was a padded, like a, what's the name of it? You know those padded chairs you have around your kitchen counter? Like a high stool kind of thing that you'd have like a buffet. Yeah, but it's too high. Too high. Make it much easier. Okay, I think that's going to kind of work. Just kind of pushing it with my fingers. We'll get the picture on this. I think it'll look alright on the wall anyway. Now you want to make sure with your fine tip glue it has that little needle in the lid. You want to make sure you close your glue as soon as you can, because if that needle fills up with dry glue, it's going to clog pretty easily. And you don't want that. There you go, we've got a little birdie. Okay, what is next? We'll get rid of our mat for now. So we've completed here. Now, I made slippers in the last one and I hated every moment of doing it. They were the worst thing ever. All right, let's see. Cut out C6, C7, A11 to be vamp and sole according to template. C6, A11, C7. What's C7 and C6? So the felt and the floral, and A11 is probably your cardstock, which I have here, sole template. So let's do that one. Actually, I think I worked out last time. But that's bigger. Have I got any other? Aha. Yes. Vamp template. There you go. That's what it meant. Oh, and that was, okay, I get it now. All right. So what we need to do, soil. Huh. That's for our next one. Let's just cut that out. Put that to the side. We're almost at the end. So these ones here, we need 2 of these. So we need this cut. I'm not going to cut it yet. Let's get what we need out. We need our felt, which gives us the padding. And we need the blue florally fabric, which I don't know how much of the floral you're actually going to see. That's pretty large print. So I'm going to hold this on here. Just cut my felt down. So this is what's going to give us our padding. So I'm just going to hold the template on top of it and cut it out, because we actually need the cardboard bit as well, because that's what's is the structure of the shoe. So that gets glued to that. And I'll cut out this one. It's quite hard to cut out because the felt moves underneath, but as long as it's somewhat to the template size. Sort of, it's got a little corner there. Okay. So we can glue them together, and we might just use a little bit of our tacky glue. Let me find a toothpick and a patty pan, because I threw the one out from last episode. It was starting to get a little bit clogged up with glue. So I'm just going to put a dollop there. Oi. Get myself a toothpick. I'm just going to smear that on there and glue our felt to it. Okay. This bit's not too hard. The problem I had, I know what happened with the last ones. The last ones I had to then glue this like sole around the bottom of them. Super difficult. Okay, so now we stick as photo. Okay, so we want to cut this out. We want all these pieces cut out of this. I might just try and cut one piece at a time. And hopefully, so this should give us enough to go round and glue it on the back. I feel I'm going to get very sticky. I'm going to cut that off there because it's sliding. I feel I'm going to get really, really sticky when I start doing this, so we might cut all the bits out first. Okay, so there's one cover. Then we need this bit's tricky, sticking this bit in, which is like the top of your slipper. Okay, done. Now how high do we need to go? About there. Oh good, they're both going to have like white flowers as the top of their, what would you call it, the bit that holds your foot into your slipper. Two. My hubby and son must be watching something funny inside. All I can hear is him giggling. And here is my son giggling. I don't know if the phone picks that up. Okay, that's all our bits cut out. So now we need to put that on there and glue the back. Do you know what? I'm going to glue it onto the top first, like I did with, what else did we make? I glued something else on the top to stop it. Oh, the jar. Whoops, I lost a bit of paper. When I did the jar, I'll just get my bit of paper I lost. Okay. Yeah, when I did the jar, I glued the fabric to the top first, let that sit for a minute, and then put the wire around to stop it moving. These pointy diamond painting scissors are amazing. So then it says we need to cut 5 bits along the top and 4 along the bottom. So a middle and 2 side bits. I want to do all the prep work first before I start gluing, because we're going to get sticky. And you know what I did again today? I didn't get my wipe out. So I'm going to do that too before I start gluing. Alright, I'm just going to get my wipe out, because my fingers are going to get sticky. Alright, so I reckon if we just glue the back here and fold it all over. Oops, I don't want to pull too hard. A little bit more glue. That's got no glue. I'm trying to fold it and stick, but it's got no glue there. Okay, fold and stick there. Fold and stick, fold and stick. Oh, there you go. We did it. Woohoo! I'm going to leave that up like that. We need some more glue for the next one. That wasn't nearly as hard as the last one I did. Either it's easier or I'm getting better at this. I might zoom you in a little bit. See if you can see a bit better. Okay. I think I just stuck my finger in the gluey end. Let's put a good dollop on here. It's alright, it's on my fingers. That's okay. I can help my fingers smooth it out. Hopefully. Oh no, this one's not going as smoothly. Okay, a little bit more glue. A little bit more glue. A little bit more glue. So I hope everyone's having a lovely day. This gets posted on a Saturday, so I hope you all have having a wonderful weekend. This one was not as pretty, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to see the bottom. Okay. So yeah, I hope you all have a really wonderful weekend. Now next we need C11. We need 2.5 centimeters. Stick C6 on. Oh, did it need to be stuck on the template? Damn it, I think I threw them out. Hang on, let me find them in the top of my bin. I think I threw them out as I cut them. Where are you? Where are you? Of course, it's the one bit of paper that's sunk down in my bin. And I can see why it wants you to stick it on the template, because that will give it a little bit more stability. Alright, I'm just going to pause you, tip out my bin and try and find these templates I threw out. Hang on. Okay, that was a failed attempt. I found one. But what I'm going to do, I've got plenty of paper here. I'm just going to stick these straight onto a bit of paper. It's the same paper as the template. I've already cut them out. So I'm just going to stick the fabric onto the paper here and just cut around it. Because I went through the whole bin, but there's so many bits of, tiny bits of stuff in there. I even found a moth. Wasn't too impressed about seeing the moth. So let's just stick them on there and let them dry for a second. What is next? We need to find C11, which must be back here. Yeah, small white braid. And they want us to cut it off, so we just have... Now, is this small white braid used for anything else? No. So we just want to trim here. So they just want that curvy bit. And then this is going to stick along the edge of that. Might have to cut them out first. Okay. Yeah, there was so many bits in my bin. And so many little bits of paper. I'm like, I'm just going to stick it onto another bit of paper. Sorry, I'm coming off screen. I'm just going to stick it onto another bit of paper. Doesn't matter. But this will make it so much easier, I reckon, to put it on than just the fabric on its own. Because I had so many issues making the little slippers for the last one I did. Just going to move you that way a little bit. Okay, because we're getting to some fiddly bits. Oops. Just going to give it more stability. Alright, now we have to glue this along there. Where's my other one gone? And then these get glued together. So I haven't cut it. I'm just gonna glue it first and then trim it, I think. Maybe not. There you go. Oh, they're so pretty. So pretty. Do you have pajama slippers at home with lace along the edge of your foot cover? Which way did I do? I did those bits that way. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. Attaching them to here. We have to attach all the way around the edge. So I'm going to give it a go with the tacky glue. If I'm finding this is not adhering enough, then I'll get the super glue out. But we all knows what happens when I get the super glue out. I stick my fingers to everything. Oh, this might actually work because the paper's keeping it a little bit more solid. Look at that. I've got a hair and my lace has come off a little bit. I did it. Oh my God, I did it. See, practice does make perfect. Well, I wouldn't call it perfection, but it is definitely 10 times better than the last pair I made that I almost didn't put in the house at all because I really didn't like them. And I was going to be like, nope, they're just not going to be there. No one's going to ever know that they're not there. But then I'm like, I did attempt them. Let's put them in. But that's definitely the way to go. So this is what I've learned doing this kit. If they have templates and cardboard, stick the templates to the cardboard. It gives things more stability. Things like couch cushions, slippers, it gives them more stability. Okay, what is next? Let's have a read while I clean my fingers. All right, oh, another bucket. We're going to make 2 buckets. Oh, we've got to put a ring around the top of the bucket and a bucket handle, and we've got to make soil and then stick the flowers in. Okay, so I had my soil ones here. Let's cut the soil out. There's a tiny weeny little brown bit of felt in here. There's not much left in this box. Oh, that's not even, it's really stiff. It's not even really felt. It's really, well, I suppose it's felt. It's just very stiff felt. Now, surely I don't need, yeah. How are you meant to glue it in? Just glue the flowers to it, I guess. Now I'm pretty sure I don't need these templates, but guess what? My bin's empty now, so if I do need them, they're only going to be in the top of the bin. So we've got to complete 2 of everything for this because we're making 2 buckets of flowers. Oh, and we've got to get fancy with the wire as well. Okay, let's cut these out and get these glued because this is going to be the main structure for them. Actually, I might use a double-sided tape on these because it adheres straight away. Then we don't have to wait for anything to dry, which I think is just perfect. So I've definitely used a wide variety of glues and forms of adhesive in this project, but these have got a little, I don't know if you can see it, can you see the little dotted line? So we want to make sure that we put some adhesive there. I think I've cut that completely wrong. It's alright, that's just going to go on the inside. I made it, actually I'll just trim it straight off. Okay, so I've got my double-sided or tear and tape. We're just going to bend it around and try and line it up before it sticks, which that's the only downside with this adhesive is you've got one chance. If you don't line it up right and it sticks pretty well. So there's our first little bucket. Now we'll do the second little bucket. Oh, it's stuck to my finger. Stuck to my finger. Just going to trim that glue again. Okay. So I'm just going to use my finger as kind of like a template for it, like something just to wrap around. I kind of want to get the edges in there. There you go. Okay, now we need wire work. We need C15. Let me double check what C15 is. Is white thin iron wire. I think there must be only one white thin iron wire, which is this one here. So we need 4.3 by 2 and 2.8. Okay. 4.3. Is a really rough 4.3. And 2.8 there. Suppose I could have just measured one up against the other. This 2.8 is going to get tricky. So we'll do the ring first and then I'll do that because that's a little bit tricky. We need the ruler still. So this one, we just want to make a ring. What have I got that I can wrap around? That's about the same width. Oh, I almost cut that perfect. Now, how do I adhere it to the top of this? Because it sits on the top. Should make it look like a bucket with a rim. That's so not round. It's an oval. I might need the super glue for this one. Let's just make our 2. I almost cut that perfect. This one's a bit longer. It needs a little bit trimmed off it. Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. Probably just a smidgen. Oh, that'll do. Trying to flatten those bits in so they go together. And then re-bend it around. Let's see what that looks like on the top there. I reckon I need to take just a fraction off that one too. Just so it's not... These wire bits go in. Okay, let's try and glue these. We're going to have to super glue. I can't think of anything else that's going to hold them. Okay, wish me luck, wish me luck. I thought my super glue wasn't going to work. This super glue is very thick. I'm going to use tweezers or else I'm going to stick myself. Hopefully that glue's there. It's not quite 100%, but I'm putting it down before I glue myself to it. Oh, too late. Too late. I've got it on me. Yeah, I've got it in more spots than I thought I did. Okay. Let's try and do this one. Try and hold it down a little bit lower this time. Because you're gluing on the very, very fine edge of tweezers. Sirens going off. Okay, hopefully that will... Oh, they're coming past here. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, they're coming down our road. I apologise for the noise if it's loud. Oh, I can't get it to stand up on the side here. Hopefully nothing happened. Too bad. Might be someone down the... Uh-oh. Stuck to my finger, it won't stop. Okay, I think I've stopped. Lid back on that for now. Hate that stuff. Hate that stuff. Hate it. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. We need to leave 0.8, so about a centimetre in the middle, and we need to strip the wire off either side. And I'm not very good at doing this. Ah, see? I stripped all the wire off. No, look what I've done. I stripped the wrong side of the wire off. I wonder if that pulls down over it. Damn it. Now it broke. Okay, that didn't work. I wonder if these work better. So I don't really know what tools are for what. Yes, that worked. Yes, I had the wrong tool. Oops, don't pull it off. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to cut another bit of wire. Where did I put the wire? Where did I put the wire? There it is. Okay, so I had the wrong tool. That's why I was having trouble. I don't know what tools are what. This is the first time in my life I've ever worked with wiring. Okay, let's see if I can do that again. Ah, yeah. Okay, wrong tool. Wrong tool for the job. Oops. Nope, you go back on there. Ah, yes. Oops, I stuck it into my finger. Okay, so that's our bucket handle. And then we need to bend it into an arch around our trusty top of glue again. And then we need to bend in little bits that go into the bucket. And we're getting better at wire work too. There you go. All right, now reproduce again. Wire round our cap. Might help if I move this down so it's more centered. Okay, I'm going to bend it round our cap again. Props, that's what it is. And then bend this little bit in. Okay. Now this sticks into the side of the bucket. How are you meant to stick that into the bucket? Are you meant to just poke it through? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my pokey tool. My pokey tool. Alright. This is still wet. The super glue is still wet. Sorry I bumped you. Yes. And grab out the opposite side. I've got super glue on my fingers. And I want the bucket in the front. One. It's stuck to my finger. Uh-oh. We've made a bucket with a handle hole. Oh, no, don't come out. Go back in your hole. Oh, that is so cute. That is so damn cute. Keeps falling in my hand. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. 2 holes. 1. Oh, it's sticking to my finger again. 2. Okay. Use the tweezers so it stops sticking to my finger. 1. Bend it open to go over the side. Don't drop down. Put it. Oh, come on, you can do this. In the bucket hole. Go on. In the hole. Say in the holes. Yes, bucket 2 complete. Putting down because sticking to my fingers. All right, we're just going to finish these buckets today, and that's going to be it because these little bits and pieces are so super damn fiddly. I can't believe how crazy it is that we're only going to get these tiny little bits done today, but let's get some flowering bits out. Let's get our flowering bits out. Okay, put all that away. So it says we need number 1, which was that bit that we cut off the top. So for this one, we need number 1. We need a thing of pink flowers. We need 2 tiny baubles of this. Not really tiny ones left. I suppose I can just cut the tops off. 2 tiny pink ones. What? Line? What are they talking about, line? Okay. We need C7. We need 3 lots of this. 1. Oh, that one went. 1, 2, 3. And of all the time that I could really use a tray, I didn't get one out. Now it says, take out the line from the edge of C2 to fasten to C7 and stick the line ending well. What is C2? Oh, the beige cloth. So it wants me, I think it wants me to do that. I'll show you what I did. So this beige cloth, it wants me to take, come on, I just pulled a piece off. Why won't you come out? A strip of this and put those three together. It wants me to glue these together with line. That seems overly complicated, and I need tails on them. Something. What glue am I going to use? This is just going to get stuck to my finger. Okay, tacky glue it is, because that comes off my finger. Alright. I'm just going to tacky glue that whole end, because it wants me to take this bit off the beige cloth and wrap it around to create so that they're one, so this three becomes one. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, no, slipped off again. Don't slip off. Don't slip off. No, it slipped off. Can I do it? It says trim ends, so why not? We'll trim the end there. There you go. Oh, I don't know where that other line bit is. This pot's going to have funky lines in it. So I reckon we just try and glue it to this and then push this into the bit. Maybe not. Maybe we'll put it in first. Yeah, because it doesn't quite fit. And now I just have to try and get it in there with glue on it. There's glue everywhere. That's okay. Okay. The glue doesn't want to come off my tweezers. So we want this bit at the front. We want this bit at the back. In there. We don't want this extra fluff. Then we just need to stick these bits in. Oops. Am I even on camera? 1, 2, 3. There you go. And we've got some random bit of thread up there, but that's okay. Okay, pot 1. Now, pot 2, we need... How can you have 1 and 1? It must want us to cut the top off another one. It's okay, we can cut a top off the other one. Cut the top off another one. And then it wants us with that green mossy stuff. What? It just wants like one little bit of that green. This green mossy stuff. I hate it. But there you go. We can pick a bit off. It just falls apart and goes everywhere. I'm just really keen on it. Okay. Now we need to do the same thing with 3 more of these. Okay. Let's see if we... Because you can't really get a stem on these either. Whoops. Okay. So I'm going to do the same trick. Where's that beige fabric gone? Pull out a thread. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just, you know what I'm going to try this time? I've got these funky fancy scissors, tweezers that grip close. So now I don't have to try and hold it with my hand. Let's just put a whole heap of glue on the bottom there and see how we go. Let's see if this works. I'm just going to hold that a little bit higher. Oh, that kind of works better. Okay. Oh, there's another siren. Alright. I'm not going to worry about trimming it. I just want to wrap them around enough so that they're all just in the glue. Okay, there's one. Now it wants us to take, something's happening somewhere. It wants us to take the red one, do it round the top. I don't think I can see. Yeah. Some sort of siren. Stick it round the top and do the same. So we need another little bit of cord and then trim off the bottom. So I'm just pulling out a thread from the side here. I'm going to try and grip these as much as I can in the tweezers. I might grip the bottom of this one. I need some more tacky glue. These are fiddly. Okay, I'm going to put this right round the base of it. Right round. Okay. These tweezers worked better with the last one, so just whether I can get this one tight enough. I don't think I've gripped them with the tweezers. There you go. Still not as tight as I think it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be like, let's try again with another thread. Hang on. I think it's meant to be so that they all come together. I've got it too low on it. Okay, I'm going to get another thread. We really want it up high here. Okay, I think I'm going to have to use my fingers. Yeah, there. That's what we want. There you go. Second try better. Okay. So before I forget, I'm just going to try and wipe the glue off my tweezers. Sorry, this is a longer one again too, but these bits are just fiddly. Alright, so we don't need any of that. We need our pot. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the glue on it and then shove it in. No, I'm going to shove it in and then put the glue in it. So we'll shove our soil in here. I don't want to shove it in that far. I'm going to trim it down a little bit. It's made it a bit oval. Okay, let's go for it. Do you know what we haven't done? We didn't trim the end of this off yet. So I'm just going to trim the end of that off. And I used my good scissors, which I shouldn't have, because I didn't want glue on these scissors. Okay. Let's pick these tweezers up. Let's see what it wants. This is the front here. So the purple in the front. With the reddy pink off to the side. Green must be over the back here. And then some of this furry stuff tucked in the top. Just tuck that in there. Done. Alright, I think that will be us done for today. These have been very, very fiddly. Have taken a lot longer than I thought. I was really hoping this would be our last one, but it's not. Let's put these all in a little tray and you can see what we've done today. Oops. We still have, it's not going to stay up now for me. There's my other little pot. We still have a couple of things to do. I'll just pick these up. All right. So we still have the flower to make. We still have the flower pot, which is up here, and the light to do and finish it off. But this is what we've done today. Let's see if I can zoom you in a bit. So we've made 2 pots, a pair of slippers, and 2 photo frames. Not as much as I thought or was hoping to get done today, but that's okay. We're almost at the end. We should be able to, the next couple of things, that flower in front of the kitty, that's simple. I've just got to clip it all apart and glue it together. The hanging pot does look a little bit more difficult, so that might take a little bit longer, but hopefully we'll be able to finish it off next time. I'm just going to put our little book that we did last week in here, because I'm going to leave them in the tray. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed seeing the struggles of these ones, and these little bits definitely take longer than the furniture. They're so much more fiddly, and working out the different glues and the different ways to put them together that they're going to stay. So I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the long one, but we'll see you next time. If you like my video, please think about giving me a thumbs up and subscribing, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.